Defending champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady, who welcomed back Antonio Brown this weekend. He'd been out with an injury and suspended for 3 games. Had a big game, though, in his return, catching 10 passes for 101 yards for a Tampa Bay offense that has been absolutely decimated by injuries. And look, there's no denying the chemistry Brady and Antonio Brown have. In fact, Tampa is 6-0 when Brown has been active this season, and when he hasn't, they're 5-4. As for Brady, his QBR and his air yards both go up when Brown is in the lineup, so that was definitely a good signing by Tampa Bay general manager Tom Brady, and he's worked very well with Antonio Brown. But look, they didn't have Mike Evans in this game. We don't know when he's coming back. They didn't have Chris Godwin in this game. We know he's not coming back. They didn't have Leonard Fournette in this game. That's a lot of offensive weapons. They're not going to get Carolina every week. Jeff, is Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski enough to get it done for Brady?
They are. You just saw it. In fact, I think I mentioned it in the last segment. I got disagreed with, which I'll take. But ultimately, you look at AB and what he's capable of doing. Listen, of all the receivers, whether Evans is there or Godwin is there, when Gronk is there, AB can get you open because of the routes he runs. He's precise with them. He finds easy throws for time to make. That chemistry they build is absolutely fantastic. And when you think about Tom Brady and why he brought Antonio Brown there and why Antonio Brown is still there and why Bruce Arians says we did it for the best, for the betterment of our football team, this type of play is what keeps AB in the NFL because he makes it easy on quarterbacks. Tom Brady understands that, and he knows even when Evans comes back, if they need a man beater, that's the guy who you want to go do it. You need to sit down in the zone, that's the guy you want to go do. Let the other guys big play, but this is the guy you want to feast on, and I would say that it's produced results that they've appreciated.
Swagoo, what do you think?
Well, for me, this was the key when we talked about all of the acquisitions that they made. Listen, guys, it's still gonna be 3 Hall of Famers on the field for Tom Brady to throw to when they get to the playoffs. All is not lost. The biggest issue that Jeff and I talked about when this first came down was the fact that Fournette was out. I want to see how fast the rest of that running back group could get up to speed and not only protection, but being where they need to be in order for Tom Brady to get the ball out of his hands quickly. But what are we talking about? If I told you were starting the season and you had Antonio Brown and Rob Gronkowski and a Mike Evans that may be 75, 80%, you take that. You'd say you have one of the best skill position groups in the NFL. So listen, I all is not lost. Godwin is a big deal in that offense, but I believe that 3 Hall of Famers will make up for it in football career-wise between AB, Gronk, and Mike Evans. And yes, Mike Evans will end up in Canton.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't say that you guys are crazy for believing in those guys, but I can say that I'm not trusting AB. You're trusting AB throughout the rest of the season, and I know that it's not just on the field stuff, but it's off the field stuff too. I have no idea what that man is going to do. I know if he's on the field and he's active, he's going to be open, and Tom Brady is going to get it to him. But it's hard for me to go into a playoffs and think, our offense is resting on Antonio Brown and feel confident about that going forward. Now, that stuff aside, the AB specific issues aside, I think Leonard Fournette is going to be missed as a pass catching option more than anything else. When you start playing these top ranked teams, Tom Brady, we know he likes to attack down the field now with this offense, with these receivers that they have. But we know when it gets hot, he wants to dump it off so he can get a feel for what the defense is doing. He wants to check it down and dump it to a running back. And that guy, we haven't seen that guy emerge since Leonard Fournette has been out. We have yet to see a guy emerge as that kind of target for Tom Brady. They didn't need it against the Panthers, but they're going to need it in the playoffs.
Yeah, I do love that. Listen, playoff Lenny is for a reason, right? Even what he did last season, the guy plays absolutely, I think he averages over 100 yards a game and a touchdown or more a game. So we know he's going to be missed. I think he'll be back, though, being on IR. He'll be back after this 3rd game. I think he'll get and kind of catch up pretty quick. But to your point about the off-the-field stuff, I would imagine Tom Brady is probably keeping AB pretty close, maybe at his house close. You know what I mean? Let's make this run. Let's Let's make this thing happen. At least I know I would, because I see what that cat can do on the field. He gonna be at the house with me and Giselle. We're gonna be, hey, we're gonna make another run, make another, hoist another ring or another trophy.
He ain't coming to my house.
You know what I mean?
He ain't coming to my house.
He ain't coming to my house.
I put him up in a hotel or
AB
something, but he can't stay here.
AB can ball, but he ain't coming to my house.
Come on, Swagoo. You in fight? Come on.
That's true.
You trying to win a championship?
Jeff, that's true. Jeff, first of
Swagoo
all,
always
I
makes
don't
sure
even
his-
be really liking. I don't even be really liking all my close friends to come to my house a lot. I damn sure ain't letting AB come to my house a lot.
Oh, we were going to do the show from your house next week. Hey, Swagoo always makes sure that his personal chef is paid. I know that about him.
Yes, he
So that is one thing
I
that he
do.
has
Yes, he does.
on AB. Hey.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.